Are you interested in what's going to happen with interest rates in South Africa? Well, I think you should. So in 2 days, the governor of the Reserve Bank is going to issue the latest updates on what is happening on interest rates. And I've got a bold prediction for you. I'm here to tell you that I fully predict interest rates to go down again. Isn't that great news for first-time buyers, property investors, that are struggling in the current environment? And I've got some really good reasons why I'm gonna give you this prediction. Number one piece of information nobody shared with you last time in September, at the last meeting of the South African Reserve Bank, was that actually 2 of the 5 members of the policy committee voted for an interest rate cut. So what has happened since then? Well, there's been some really important sort of developments. Number one, the exchange rate in South Africa, the rand-dollar exchange rate has moved positively. The rand has strengthened, and that basically makes inflation expectations go down. In actual fact, inflation in September was at 3%, and on a month-on-month basis was at 0.2%, which annualized means that we experienced a 2.4% inflation rate, well below the 4.5% inflation rate that is currently being targeted by the Reserve Bank. So those are 3 pieces of information that makes me say fully expect an interest rate cut. I think it's only going to be 0.25%. So just watch me, and if you're enjoying this update, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel for more updates. And now, if you're still interested in interest rates, now let's talk about what is really important. Is it short-term interest rates or long-term interest rates, and what you should do as a property investor? Now, number one is do not fix your bond. Do not fix the interest rate on your bond, because all you're doing is you're making sure you're gonna pay more, and you're gonna pay more for a very long time. If you are concerned about interest rates going back up very fast and very quickly, which is not going to happen because the economy is too depressed for that to sort of be viable, then all you should simply do is pay some extra in your bond, as long as your bond is an excess bond. All your bonds as a property investor should be excess bonds. If you don't have excess bonds, do not make that mistake again. Make sure that you can put money in and draw money out. What you can simply do is, self-increase your interest rates by 1 to 1.5%. Pay the extra money, so if and when those interest rates go back up, you are prepared because you built your stash, you build your dry powder. And also, what is really important about interest rates is that there's an element of short term, as a cycle. Interest rates tend to be a cycle, but there's also a mega trend, a macro trend. And the macro trend for the last 20 years, very well established macro trend for inflation in interest rates in South Africa, is that interest rates are going down. And every time they go down by maybe 3%, they go back up by 1.5%. Then they go down by another 3%, they go back up. So the trajectory is low. And we're moving into a new era of low interest rates. Ultimately, interest rates going back up? Yes, they will, but they will go back up nowhere near the 3.5% reduction in interest rates that we've experienced as a consequence, as one of the positive consequences of COVID-19. So know your interest rates, know how to manage your interest repayments. And one other thing is, don't forget that after 1 year, you have been paying your bond in full on time. It's time for you to go back to the bank and say, I'm a great customer of yours. It's time for you to give me a discount on those interest rates. Try, there's nothing ventured, nothing gained. You might get a yes. A lot of people are getting a yes. It's just that we don't have that habit of asking for discounts on interest rates. We get a rate concession, and then for 20 years, we stick with it. So don't do that. Go and ask for discounts to your banks. If your credit record is great, your affordability is great, your payment track record is great, go and save some money. So ciao from Carlo, founder of The Property Coach. I hope you found this update valuable, valuable information. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you soon. Ciao from Carlo, founder of The Property Coach.